Good evening. Let's crack on with this. I think we'll just head straight to Hinterlands because we've spent a lot of time, it feels like, in these zones. So, a new aesthetic. Let's go to the Hinterlands. Nice and green. At least we can get there easily. Flying the old Deathwing. Not long till pre-patch now. I think it'll be third for us. Get up. Don't know what I'm going to do when that comes. I can obviously carry on leveling this and get this to max level, but it could change things up a bit because of the stat squish. So that'll be interesting. I'd like to see what else is going on. Oh, here we go. Here she is. Hinterlands. It's interesting, like, going along, say, like the side of here, in different places that you'd never see during Classic Vanilla, because obviously you couldn't fly. This is a good zone. I was on Anniversary yesterday just for a little bit, trying to do quest in Stranglethorn Vale. There was just that many people, I just couldn't do any, as I was just on Discord chatting to two mates while playing. And don't know how long I was on for, and I got nowhere near a level done. Yeah, as if I was on here, I'd have probably smashed out 4 levels, something like that. There's a massive difference, isn't there? The last WoW video that I put on my main channel hasn't got really any views yet, and sadly neither does the Harry Potter one that I put out on that channel. So that's somewhat annoying, you might say. As usual, YouTube's just not put it in front of enough people. But hopefully in the next few days it'll pick up. I've got some shorts coming out for both channels to try and get some eyes on the longer videos. So let's fingers crossed that works. I've been putting in the work this morning on why Harry Potter is not just for children video. Don't know how many hours I've spent on that. I did the script last night and the voice, and did some of the footage, and I've done some more today. I think I'm like 4 minutes 13 in, or like 5 minutes 50 something. So I might do that tonight. I'll see how I feel. I mean, it doesn't need to be out. I've got another 2 videos coming out, so it doesn't need to be out for 3 weeks. So I can take my time, which is nice. Same with the WoW channel. As frustrating as it is not getting views at the moment, because YouTube is apparently still in the processing period because I unlisted all my Let's Play videos. So now it's apparently sort of reanalyzing what the channel's about. So it's going to be slow to pick up. But yeah, I've got ones coming out for the Luminous Links for 4 weeks. This one, obviously, as soon as I film it, I just send it out there. So as you can see, now it's 2:30. This will be out at 3:30. And then at 4:30, we've got the Arsenal game. Arsenal versus Chelsea. Come on. Oh, I had a lovely little win yesterday. I was getting ready for the gym, and I thought, I fancy putting a bet on, just so it gives me something to look at in between sets. So I looked at the fixtures, I was like, Sunderland are 2-1 down. But I thought they were at home, they could come back and win or draw. So I put them on to come back and draw, and then Brentford to win. And I thought, no, because what if they come back and win? I'm going to be gutted, because the odds were 6-1, so I put on both, and they came back and won. So £10 got me 116 quid. So I put on £16 on roulette, lost that, and just withdrew the 100. That's pretty decent. Not a bad little day. I think I earned more there than I did the whole day at work. Getting soaked. Funny, I was at work working with these 2 lads, and we parked up because I needed to jump out to start my loops. I'm a postman. Yeah, I haven't said that already. And this family were walking towards us, mum, dad, and they're like, lass in her 20s, had like this red skirt on, and I just looked at them two because it's freezing. I was like, fuck me, she's keen. And it was It was one of the guys I was working with, girlfriend. He's like, "Oh, that's my lass." I just started laughing. I was right though. She was keen. Me. It's freezing yesterday and she's out wearing a little red miniskirt. And my postie now was out in trousers, jacket, hat and gloves. So the statement stands for itself, really. I've done barely any reading lately. I've done a lot still of my audiobook every day. But I was in a period since I came off pre-workout. I say that like it's a drug. I suppose caffeine is technically. But anyway, since I've come off that and just started drinking matcha tea, I was smashing in the reading. But because now I've been miles more active with all these channels, I barely read. It's just like when I finish work or the gym, I just feel at the moment, if I'm not working on a video, I just feel like I'm not being productive with my time. Which obviously isn't the case. Well, I suppose it could be. But I just have this little itch where I just want to make a video and then hope that it does well. Not sure what I'm going to do for the next WoW one. I haven't decided. I was thinking about how we could get rid of all these islands and just have Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor, but none of the sort of theories really made that much sense. I suppose it doesn't necessarily have to, does it? You look at Shadowlands. That fucked up a lot of things. We just ignore that though. My Warcraft book should be coming Friday. I've got Magnesium coming today. I take on a night. Christmas tree on Wednesday. And that book's coming Friday. Which is quite a good timing really. Because I've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday off work. So I might actually start reading it then. If I'm honest, it doesn't sound like the sort of book that I'm going to love. Looking at the characters of them. Because I don't really have any feelings towards Aratar, Terralion and Illyria. But maybe I might after that book. And it would be good for me to keep up with the lore, given we're going into midnight soon and I create content for WoW. I just like to know stuff with the worlds that I'm interested in. So at the gym today I did bag work. Cardio's still poor since I've had like all those setbacks and just like don't know what's going on with my right hand at the moment. I can barely punch without it being sore. I don't know what's happened, like why that's come about. That's like a new thing. Obviously I've got a torn rotator cuff, so I occasionally have issues with my shoulder. But I've never had problems with my right hand before. So today I was just having to sort of work around it by just not hitting too much with my right, and when I am just sort of taking the power off and then just using my left more and kicking more. So hopefully my jabbing arm and my kicks will get better. Somewhat annoying now. I always seem to have some sort of frustration, don't I? That's life though. Oh, that's cute. We never seem to get one, but we'll give it a go, won't we? See what the crack is. I even got the volume on this. Yeah. I think I took it off on anniversary then. Because I was going to start watching Stranger Things from the beginning. But I'm not that bothered by it. And it is really the sort of season that I should watch on the TV, not on the side monitor. Right. Should we just go and do them all and then hand them in at the end? It's an idea. Don't normally do that so much. What's that one? Increased by 10%. Another 10%. I had to go for a nap earlier. I couldn't sleep. I like a good nap on my day off. Re-energising me for the second part of the day, but I don't feel too bad. Got me matcha tea, and Huss. See you late. Yeah. Let's go and get him. Who did I throw that at? I thought I threw it at him. Obviously not. That's the first level of the day. What are we going for? Your auto attacks have a 2% chance to hurt weapons at your target. That's decent. What about this? Slam, cleave, and whirlwind. Deal 10% more damage. That's good as well. Go with that. Don't know how often I'll use that. Get rid of taunt. Don't really need that. Go away. Yeah, good class, aren't I, warrior? Got loads of different moves and stuff. I do think I do prefer this now over DK, but DK will always have a little bit of my heart though, ever since Wrath. I thought there was someone leveling there, but no, of course there isn't. Don't we have some drums? Yeah. DK was the one for me for a long time. I should have really give Paladin a go a lot earlier though, years ago. I didn't, because I was just enjoying the DK so much. I don't even need that on the bars. It is in a way better to stick to one character and just make that as good as you can. But I like the journey, working my way up. Not that bothered about max level a lot of the time. Say if I do get a character to max level, what I end up doing is getting all the PvP gear that I can get through whatever means, and then I end up just stop playing. I'm not one for raiding. Granted, I suppose it's different on Midnight, isn't it? Or retail in general. As I can actually do other stuff, can't I? Like on my own. I don't need to be part of a guild. Which is good for me. I'll have to buy the expansion next week, so I get access to player housing. I think I'm going to be dreadful at making notes. Just can't see it being the sort of thing that I'll be good at. I can see some people being unreal, having like secret passageways and all sorts, but I'm not the most creative when it comes to that sort of thing. I think everyone can be creative, but it has to be with the things they enjoy. It's funny because that's a trait which people often call themselves. They're a creative person. It's like everyone can be creative, just in different aspects. It's like Wayne Rooney is technically, he's a creative footballer, but that doesn't mean that he can do a painting, which is normally what people see as a creative person. They think of it as like an artist, a musician, things like that. Where sports people can be creative. Look at Ronaldinho. I seen a YouTube video today. What was the title? Books you can read if you don't want to support J.K. Rowling. I just seen it and just shook my head. I thought, what a bunch of clowns. I would be amazed. I bet you can, all the people who commented in it like that, I bet you can tell what they look like. Well, who it would be just from like a mile away. Purple hair, nose rings, liberals or lefties. Absolute numpties. What's he? Not Zandalari Troll. I think I've had one of those. I think I've maybe had one and deleted it. He's done me there. If you got on his weapon? Nothing. Just glowing. I'd be absolutely buzzing tonight if Arsenal win. Such a big game. If we lose, Chelsea only 3 points behind. But if we win, 9 points in front of them, 7 points in front of City, 11 points I think in front of Liverpool. Depending on their results, I think they play before us against West Ham away. Might bet now. I'll have a look. Yeah, they're playing now. No. He's going to get sacked. If he loses today, he could get sacked tomorrow. Has to be the worst title defence ever. I think technically the worst of them is Leicester's, but that's understandable because they didn't really have the best team to win the league anyway. They did have some good players though. Obviously Vardy, Mahrez, Kante were both all class. Especially Kante, unreal player. Vardy was class for them that season. Mahrez, unreal player. We nearly got him at Arsenal. Probably best in a way that we didn't, because it might have prohibited Saka's development. What level am I? 46. He's laced the smack down there. Ooh. Some different start, innit? Like I've said before, I'm at that point where item levels just shift to the next bracket and you get miles behind, so you can end up taking loads of damage. Now look at that. 40 and 80 crit. Miles different. Why is that so different? Have I not upgraded that?
Together we can put
Combat, I can't
to
equip it.
Speaker
We'll have a look at
Blackwood's
the end.
plans. We must be quick. The ritual is almost complete.
I was half tempted to stream today, but I know what I'm like. I'd get bored after an hour, so I didn't bother. If I'd had a week off when Midnight comes out, I maybe would. I think it comes out, it's the 2nd of March, but March next time off. It's January for my birthday, and then I think it's April. So, seems unlikely. Not far to get really. Took that. Seen an interesting video, I didn't watch it, but the title, it was along the lines of like the dungeons don't fit in the actual, like, or do the dungeons fit in the zones? Let's say you've got like this, does it actually fit where it is in the Barrens and like Stratholme and things like that. Because if you think of when you're walking around Stratholme and all these dungeons, they're all massive, but then when you look at them from the outside, they're tiny. Which obviously makes sense for a game because you can have this great big castle which you don't actually do anything on the outside of it. So I get it. It makes for an interesting video, I suppose. Not one that I would create, but I can see why some people would watch it and want to create it. Don't really like to make videos unless I can get footage for it either. Because I've thought about some lore ones for certain characters or where they could go with certain things in the expansion, but I thought if I can't get footage for it, it's a bit annoying. Because then what do I put while I've got the audio? Is it just me randomly playing? Don't know. Because I've thought about having the Scarlet Monastery being one of the main baddies in the expansion, and like having the Scourge and things like that. I thought, what footage would I use? They aren't too bad to get those, to be fair. How many other quests have I got to hand in? Here. That must be the last person, so I'll have 2. Should get a few levels today by the looks of it. Doing this, then we've already got a few quests to hand in the hinterlands. We've got a couple more to do. Come on, die, devil. Didn't the skeleton come out? It looks like Kel'Thuzad, I think.
Let the power of the red dragonflight mend your wounds.
In your own time, eh?
No darkness can hold back the powers
Is this
of the
bugged?
Lightbinder.
Well, that's just great, isn't it? That means we don't get the win bonus for completing it. Brilliant. Yep, so they've left the group. Well done, Blizzard. Cheers for that. I can't tell about out of dungeon either. So I was going to teleport out and in to hand that quest in. Got to be kidding me. Oh well. Guess we won't get as much XP as I was thinking. Brighton 1-0 versus Nottingham Forest. Wolves and Villa 0-0. I wouldn't mind Wolves winning or drawing that, because last man standing at work, quite a few people have gone Villa, so that would chuck loads of them out. And last man standing at work is something like 500 quid. I went through yesterday because I picked City. I thought it's win-win. If City win, I go through on that. If City lose, good for Arsenal. So that's a good way of thinking, really. So I might pick Chelsea next week with the same logic. Thing is, though, I still want to win though with 500 quid, mind, on the table. for a lot of money. Especially for me. Right, we need these channels to kick off and make me some profit. So I can top up my wage. A pitiful little wage that I get at Raw Mail. It was alright 6 years ago. When everything in the country wasn't mental expensive. Right. Go hand all those in. Get out of combat. But, oh, I can't leave one. Class as oh, you are kidding me. Dungeon Deserter. That's pathetic. Rank.
Me got the good stuff, man.
Yeah, buddy. Hand them all in.
Hello, man. See ya later.
Got a nice bit of XP here. I don't know. That's one I knew there was, but when you go in here, it doesn't show. Because I was thinking when I was in there, why isn't there one?
How you doing, man? Later. Okay,
At least they've got more.
see ya.
Just to gobble up as well.
See ya later.
Funny when people at work are asking like, oh, what are you doing with your day off? I'm like, oh, just training, you know, a bit this and that. I never tell them that I'm making videos. But most people at work don't know I've got a channel. Not their business, is it? And I don't really want people to know some of the stuff that I come out with. When I tell little stories and anecdotes, they might not need to know some of it. It's not like they would support me anyway. Like I say, my close mates don't even support me, never mind my work colleagues. But you can't go through your life expecting other people to help you or even care. You've just got to crack on and do stuff yourself.
How you doing?
How much better was that? Let's have a look. Quite a bit. So what we got? 48 now. What was that coming up for? Reputation. Not really bothered about those. The only time I was bothered about those was Wrath, I think. When you put on the tabards and used to get it up with different factions to buy gear. Quite like that system.
Relax. Talk to me. Bye bye now. Okay, okay.
I am forsaken. Embrace the shadow.
Battle for Azeroth time walking. That would have given loads of XP. Feels like I was here not that long ago. Can't remember what character I leveled though. We're gonna have to do completely new zones at some point, aren't we? We've got human next though. Great, we've still got a while on this. We've got like 32 levels. Did I say pre-patch was coming? I didn't, I think. On this, when it's not pre-patch, technically it's the last patch of this expansion, isn't it? 11.2.7 or something. Oh, another level. I'll have to be careful because my gear's not actually good for the people I'm fighting anymore. Those are things I need to pick up, aren't I? Yeah. Wow. Just got. Oh, who actually played earlier? Man United beat Palace 2-1 away. Palace went 1-0 up, second half, Xerxes and Mount. I wouldn't have thought that. Would not have thought that. That puts Man U in 7th. Not bad for United. No one can go in front of them today, I don't think. Good side, Palace. I would have put my money on them to win or draw. I wouldn't have done it on United. Good job I didn't bet on them there. Don't know whether I can put anything in the account today. Let's have a look, shall we? With me having deposit limits. Skybet. Log in. Go on deposit. Yeah, I can loads. I can deposit 103 quid. I don't really like that. It ups it because I've made a profit this week. It lets me deposit part of that profit. But even though I've set my deposit limit to 100 quid a week, it obviously takes into account the fact that I've won 100 quid. Not a fan of that idea. Because then pretty much you can just lose all your profit. Obviously, you would just argue, well, show some restraint, which I will. I'll put 10 quid on the game. That's it. I'll wait until the lineup's out though and see what I fancy. Maybe Eze. If Gokares starts, but I don't know. He hasn't played for a while, so it'd be weird to see him straight away starting. But you never know. I hope he is. Marino's been doing my head in a bit up top. I just don't think he's offered a lot. He's done like the odd pass here and there. He's good at headering, but he hasn't actually scored recently when he's had good opportunities. As Gokares just causes a nuisance and chases them, so even if he's not being productive on the ball, he's constantly doing something off the ball, which is equally as important. Door, 2 seconds. In the door, so now I'm going to have to put both these videos together in Clipchamp, and that's going to take ages. Not that it matters too much, I suppose. Not like the video needs to be out at a certain time, but still annoying. I might load that one. Feel like I am. Right, I don't actually need these. What do I need? Doctors, burnt masks. I think that's it by the looks of it there. Where are they? Doctor. There's one. A nice little mask next to him as well. How lovely. Little fella here as well. more mask. Still got to come back up in here though. Seeing some shivering. Where was it? There. Shivering. Shimmering. If only the penitent man may pass.
Hey there. Later. Don't be shy. Be seeing ya.
Be seeing ya.
Careful, man. Stay away from the voodoo.
A lot of XP that on it from that one quest. Let's have a look. Just over 1 bar in. Well, sorry, just under.
Beware the living.
It didn't seem to be as much, but still a decent amount. Right. What do these do? While wielding 200 weapons, your damage increased by 3%. Damage taken, right? That's decent. So, because I want that one before, I think. Mental how quick you get to places. Just absolutely fly around the map. Literally, I suppose. Ah, yes. You know your judo well. I was so tempted to get myself a sneaky takeout last night, with it being Saturday, but I'd said to myself, 5 weeks, no alcohol, no takeouts, so I didn't. Not till either New Year's Eve or my birthday in January. I would probably prefer to do it to my birthday instead of New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve tends to be too busy when you go out, and also I've got the week off not long after that, so I'd rather start that week fresh instead of still feeling the after effects of New Year's Eve. It takes me ages to fully recover. And with me, I'd like to get back to sparring class because the gym will be closed, the MMA gym, soon, at the end of this week, because they're going to Thailand. But the thing is, my next day off is Saturday, so I would have gone then, but my instructor actually flies Saturday, so I won't be at the MMA gym now till January. I think is it January 5th, whichever the start of that week is. So I'd like to get back to sparring class that week as well as do 2 1-on-1s. I'll have to see. Because it gives me, that's why I didn't want to drink or eat takeouts. Give me a good amount of time to get my cardio back up, that hand better, and get in a good pace so I'm alright for sparring. I still can't believe I got dungeons as a mental. Mental. I think I put too much of that in and didn't grind it up enough. 3 more tainted bloods. Quick check on scores. Still 0-0, just kicked off second half. Let's have a look at the stats and just see how they're doing. Expected goals 0.12 for West Ham, 0.68 for Liverpool. So Liverpool have been the better side then. Doesn't mean they'll win though. Right, where are these cauldrons? There's one. He's sitting on one. It literally is as well. It's sat on it. Little fat numpty. Right, 2 more after this. None there. That one there behind her. Right. Taking a lot more damage out than I was before. That's a problem when you're gearing up and not getting gear. Right, get that, and then just one more. 20 minutes to line ups out. There's one. Whee! Bounce, bounce, bounce to the beat. I'm gonna make you move your feet. And these ones we put to the top. Oh no, we don't. That was a lie.
Yes, our time will come. Victory for Silvax.
Ding. Grats, grats, grats.
What you want? Bye bye now.
Tell you what, I'm going to leave it there. Leave it there for today. And I'll get back to it just whenever, I suppose. I'll link in one of the videos in the description from the other channel. Would appreciate if anyone helped out on that channel and also on the Harry Potter one. They are both tagged on the homepage of this channel. I've got them all linked. So take a look.